Going deeper into detail, Fountain of Youth today, rapid revenue growth, and operational competence in no particular order. Let's start with the Fountain of Youth. I woke up this morning at 1:30 a.m. And if we want to be honest, I actually woke up at 11:30 a.m. and I said, this is absolutely ridiculous. We're not doing this. And I told myself to go back to sleep. So I obeyed and did. And then woke up at 1:30 and it was like, here we go. Guess we're getting started for today. So, yeah, been up since 1:30. I've been getting up since 3:30 for months now, trying to isolate what that is. And the truth of the matter is, I have a ton of creative energy. And I'm tapped into something universal, something actually that is fueling me, aside from sleep, food, water, oxygen, exercise. I'm working 18, 20 hours a day from the moment I wake up until the moment I go to sleep. And then even while I'm sleeping, I'm exercising, I'm lifting heavy weights, I'm running, I'm walking, I'm eating right, no drugs, no alcohol, no tobacco, none of that crap. And so I think I have actually found the Fountain of Youth. When you're building all of this stuff and you're tapped into something so real, authentic, pure, and true to your core values, to your principles, to the facts and evidence that you have, it's like nothing can shake you off your path. And so then it's just like, damn, let's get up and get after it. It's a force that can't be reckoned with. It's flowing through you. You talk to the creatives, they will say the same thing. Like the ones who are actually creating stuff, they tap into this universal energy source and it just flows through them. It's not actually them creating the thing. So that's the Fountain of Youth. Like if you haven't tapped into it yet, it's because you're off alignment and you're doing something that's not true to your calling. You may think it is, but you're off by a degree, you're off by a million miles. So you better wake up, take a hard check on what you're doing, and get back into alignment, because if you're off, you're not going to get that Fountain of Youth. And truth is, I'm just going to beat your ass. And the people who are will, not just the fascination, they just get energy from like the source, whatever it is, nature, yada yada. So they can go longer, harder, faster, better, deeper, cheaper than you ever can, because you're going to be off alignment and your gears aren't going to be lined up and you're just going to be in friction mode, which dampens growth, speed, agility, adaptability, real-timeness, yada yada. So that is the Fountain of Youth. I would highly recommend tapping into it. So if you haven't checked it out yet, brought to you in part by nature. All right, that's point one. Point two, operational competence. This is important. We've done a lot of fluffy woo-woo stuff here, talking about core values a lot and principles. And so I'm going to be direct on this one since we're talking deep depth. If you're not operationally competent, if you don't deliver the thing that you've said you're going to deliver, exactly how you said you're going to deliver it, on time, to spec, on budget, you're fired. Like, that's just the hard truth. That's the reality. You don't do your job. If I don't do my job, I'm fired. Like, no one gives me any leeway. We're adults. This is the real world. You do a thing, you deliver a thing, and I will come back for more, especially if it's good. I'll give you a couple examples. Bought some shoes. Bought some shoes from a brand, and I'm a super fan of this brand. Love the brand. Spend all my money with the brand. Whatever they push out, I'm buying. Not a question, right? I mean, granted, some stuff I like more than others. So I bought a pair of shoes. Guess what? The shoes showed up. They weren't the shoes I ordered. In fact, didn't even know they made these shoes. They weren't even listed on the website. And so it's like a completely different colorway. Some people may be excited about it, but that's not the shoe I wanted. That's not the shoe I ordered. I want the shoe I ordered because I have a very specific vision in my mind of the thing I'm trying to create. So give me the shoe I've ordered. Reached out to them. Been a month now. Haven't heard a peep. There was another issue. Bought a pair of pants from them. Didn't hear a peep. Item never shipped. Had to reach out. Waited. Finally, I just get like this refund notification. No communication, just refund. Okay. Still waiting on a response for these shoes. So we're going to see what happens this week. But I'll tell you one thing, the brand has soured in my mind. Am I a super fan? Went to the shop, didn't plunk down the credit card, didn't spend more money, stopped myself. Growth has dampened because of this. I'll give you another example on the positive side. This from a different brand, Costco. Costco famously has this incredible return policy. Doesn't matter when, where, how long, how much, what it is, whether you have the item or not, receipt or not, we'll give you the refund. Why? Because negative word of mouth and a bad customer experience is the worst possible brand marketing, like growth dampener of all time. That word of mouth spreads so fast that person may never shop with you again. So yeah, some people abuse it. People try to like go back in after spending hundreds of bucks on lobster that they ate and just like, oh, it was bad lobster, but we ate it. Get your money back. Someone passes away, bring the items back. It may have been 2 seasons too late, may not be edible anymore. Items may have expired. We'll give you your money back. But at $30 billion, what's more costly? The brand reputation spreading throughout an entire community, losing that credibility, all those customers over decades and all of that revenue, or a couple $100, or maybe thousands to just one person who's super abusive. And then guess what? You just block their subscription and they can't pay for it and enter the store anymore. So it's a self-reinforcing thing. So got to be careful about this. I'll tell you one more story. Bought a jacket, nice jacket. Wore it a couple times, took really good care of it, put it in the closet, season was over. Went back a year later, nothing about the environment, the closet had changed, and there was neon yellow all over the jacket. Something about the material of that jacket, which I won't get into, had caused it to turn into like a neon. And so I took pictures of it, sent it back to the brand. It's not an inexpensive piece of outerwear. They said, oh, it's from like a year ago, it's too long. And after I had read the policy is like, we stand by our garments 100%, but they didn't do anything. And guess what? I was a super fan of their brand. Had spent a bunch of money with them over the years. Really strong brand values, total alignment. The founder is from where I'm from. And guess what? I haven't spent a single nickel with them. Not a single nickel after that issue. So operational competence. If you put a thing on your page, if you have a promise, you got to deliver against that promise. You got to deliver on it over and over and over and over again. And if you can't, don't do it because you're dead. So you better be really clear about your values, about the capability of your product or service, and you better deliver against it. And growth comes later. So, all right, let's get into the third piece now. We've been through the first two, finding that energy, that fountain of youth. Second one is delivering on your brand values, on your promise of your product and service. 3 is rapid revenue growth. So how do you get rapid revenue growth? This is going to be a short one. You basically get as close to revenue as possible and you cut the time in half. Hey, do you want to earn more revenue? Guess what? I can make you do it in half the time. And I'm only going to charge you a small percentage of that, 10% or whatever. I don't know, whatever it is. Great. Where do I sign up? Prove it to me. You're only getting paid if I get paid? All right. 0 risk to me? Cool. Sweet. Dope. All right. Let's do that. And then you do it, and then they do it again. This is the basis of why Google and Facebook became multi-trillion-dollar companies, because they promised that you would put an ad up against all these people who were ego trapping photos and videos and whatever, and they would deliver you a click or a purchase conversion. Now, granted, they don't deliver on it all the time. I mean, you're talking about maybe 1%. So they're only like 1% good at what they do on their promise. And people just keep coming back because they don't have any other way, because all their other stuff is screwed up. Everything we've talked about through this video series. So then they're forced to pay for these things at scale in order to just flood a market and hope for a pittance and a small conversion rate. So, yeah, you want to get rapid revenue? Decrease the time of your customers getting revenue, and they'll pay you more. Novel. So, yeah, that's it. We're being direct now. We're in the depth mode. Uh, so, yeah, be operationally competent, deliver on your promise and your values, and get clear on them so you don't have to be disconnected. And then you'll tap into the energy source of the universe and you can't be stopped. So, yeah, can't stop, won't stop. Get it. All right. That's it for me today. Peace. Have a good one.